Hi there, Claire Prothero from the Maverick Accelerator, and this is just a little five minutes of flow with Claire. I've got my timer on so I don't go over because I know that it's, time is of the essence for people, and I thought I would share you a story with you about introversion and extroversion. So I think many of you have done the Maverick Accelerator or in the realm of psychology and understanding of self and self-development, understand the concept of introversion and extroversion, and a lot of it is linked to our genetics and a drug in our brain. So if we have a lot of norepinephrine going in our body, we are very internally awake, which would make us introverted. There's a lot of things happening inside of our mind. So we don't want too much stimulation. We kind of stay away from external stimulation. Whereas if we're extroverted, there's a less amount of the drug, norepinephrine, and it can make us internally kind of half asleep. Now, the big thing is, like I mentioned in the emailer, is that we have both. We are either ambivert, where we have equal, or we have more of one. We're more extroverted, we're more out there and need to be on the go, or we enjoy more me time. That's really it. It's being time versus doing time. Doing time is the extrovert in us, being time is the introvert in us. Now, neither is right nor wrong. Both say yes to life, as does the ambivert. What is important to note, and I'll share my own story, is it's very important to balance those. So I'm a facilitator, so I've just come off facilitating emotional intelligence and the stress, the flow, which I love to talk about, and I can already feel I'm energized. However, it was 3 back-to-back days, and it's a lot of engagement and a lot of talking, and I could start to feel the anxiety building last night and the fatigue, coupled with the fact, because it's 8 hours, coupled with the fact that I'm quite physical and I like to move, that's my extroverted needs. I was feeling kind of quite out of sorts and depleted. So I thought to myself, I reflected, okay, I know I'm more introverted, and that is why I'm probably feeling depleted, and I just need to go within. And I'm also physical. And so I pulled up my yoga mat. So that's what I did last night. I went quiet for over an hour, and I did something that was my flow, being physical. So that then kind of, the turnaround time is so much quicker than if I was to just kind of carry on as normal. And I think that's very important. So look at your Maverick Accelerator, something I didn't mention in the emailer, that we can shift, we can kind of be more extroverted or more introverted at certain times in our lives. So if you've been through a difficulty, or when you were going through a difficulty during your Maverick Accelerator, there may be a slight shift, and you may have kind of normalized or stabilized back to your normal levels. So just be aware of going through to the weekend is, becoming aware of how to recharge. So it first starts off with planning your weekend. If you're more introverted and you've had a very extroverted week, make sure you have time for yourself. And then we start look at what are you actually doing with that time? Are you going quiet or are you being busy? Then you're not recharging. If you're more extroverted, please, it's not just about seeing people. It can be getting your energy from outside, because people can, in fact, they require a lot for us. So they can be very energizing and they can be draining depending on where we're at. So for those extroverts out there, if you've had a quiet week, which is, say, the opposite to me being more introverted, if you're more extroverted, plan your weekend, do stuff, get out there, or do things in the evening to boost your energy. Don't just wait and hope it's all going to fall into place. It is such a wonderful little tool when you get to play with it, play with your introversion and your extroversion, and you're able to come out and be there for others and be back to your best self, your usual self, without kind of falling into different slumps and losing energy and motivation. Okay, that's it. I've been checking on my timer. I really, really wish you well. If you've got any questions about introversion and extroversion, because it's such a vast topic and people love understanding it more. If your business partners perhaps, and one's more extroverted, one more introverted, that could also cause a bit of a clash. And when we can understand that it's just who we are and we're not trying to be something that we're not, when we have conflicts, maybe some of us take a bit of time to reflect, others want to sort it out there and then. We just accept who we are, and then we're able to resolve things a lot quicker and not waste our energy. So here's to a wonderful flow-filled weekend, and all the best to you. Thanks for watching.